Good morning. This is Kyle, and I'm with Taylor Merris, who's actually an advisory member on our board. So, Taylor, thank you for coming on the podcast. And, guys, forgive me. I do have a lot of mucus going down my throat.
Same.
Yeah, I will try not to hawk a loogie.
We've only had to reschedule this week because
Yeah.
we've both been sick.
Yeah, it was pretty disgusting. So, but yeah, well, thank you for rescheduling, coming on the show. So, obviously, you do a podcast with EPD. So, and that's really cool. So tell me a little bit about you.
Yeah. So my name is Taylor Merris. I grew up in Evansville. I attended Bosse High School. I loved it there. And then from there, I went to the University of Southern Indiana and got a degree in criminal justice and sociology. And I was a part of the women's golf team there. So I really, really enjoyed my time at USI as well. So much so that back in August, I decided to go back to get my master's.
Oh.
So that's my new endeavor that I'm working on right now. Yeah, I'm excited about that. Just a master's in business admin with a concentration in AI. Everything is going AI these days. So I've been on the department for 10 years, and for EPD, you can retire after 20. And so kind of just thinking ahead, in another 10 years when I can retire, what am I going to do with a criminal justice and sociology degree? And so just kind of planning ahead with that. So
you're thinking 20 years in, you're going to...
You never know. It depends where I'm at on the department. It depends what opportunities are available, but I'm just setting myself up for success. Thankfully, one of the great things about the Evansville Police Department is that if you are going to go back to school, they will pay for it as long as you get good enough grades.
Oh.
And as long as it kind of fits in the realm of what you're doing at work. And so outside of discipline, there's no reason not to do that. And I need a little bit of discipline every now and then. So
what is like the grade threshold for them to...
If you get an A, it's 100% paid for.
Holy crap.
Yeah. If you get a B, it's 90%. If you get a C, it's 80%.
So it just goes down the percent chain.
Well, it stops there at the C.
Oh.
So you can't get an F and get 60%. But it's funny. I started this back in August, and since then there's been 2 or 3 other police officers I've known that are now going back as well.
That's awesome.
So I think, there's a lot of great things that our police department does that maybe not everybody realizes just how great. And that's one of the opportunities that we have there.
No, that's just like an added bonus, because I feel like, like a lot, especially with the police departments, you guys are always seems to be hiring and just to keep, I think every business, to keep quality candidates, you got to have like we call it the carrot. You got to have something that incentivizes. Of course, you guys have great
100%.
benefits, but that's a really cool, like you're going in there for AI. I use AI a lot.
I know.
And I feel like my mental capacity has lowered.
I love it and I hate it. It's a great tool, but it will never replace, human emotions. It will never replace a lot of things law enforcement officers have to do. And I'm grateful for that, because we don't want robots being police officers. We need humans being police officers. But what I do for the police department, like I said, I've been on for 10 years. And for the past 4.5 years, I've been in the public information office.
Okay.
And so with that, I manage our social media accounts, which I use a lot of AI for that, in the sense of like put together some graphics or give me some ideas of what to do for this holiday. And that way it's still genuine, but I'm also seeking some assistance as well.
You're prompting it kind of, because that's what we use it a lot for. Because sometimes you get in a creative mindset. You get like, oh, I don't, like, you don't want to, you can't reinvent the wheel, but how can you dress the wheel up? And I feel that's a huge ad.
Something that I always do, and it sounds funny coming from a police officer, I steal from other agencies. But in the public information world, we all follow each other. We know we're a part of the International Association of Chiefs of Police.
Okay.
And so we have been able to meet so many other public information officers from across the country that we follow their Facebook pages and see what they're doing and what's working. Oh. So it's kind of a way to still incorporate that, but use AI to help with some creative ideas as well.
Well, I feel like you guys are all a brotherhood of different police, and I should have did the beeper. So try it again.
Am I supposed to say like a cuss word or something?
No, you said you
Yes.
Yeah. Tim can edit that in. She did not anything.
I can only imagine the words that will be put in there.
Yeah.
See, this is so nice. The setup you guys have.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
For our podcast, it's just me trying to learn. Oh. And you have all these cameras.
Oh, yeah.
And
you're trying to make it fun and professional
I'm
as
gonna
much.
Have to learn from you guys. As I said, you might want to beat me.
Yeah.
You might want to beat me.
Yeah. Oh.
I from other. Oh, you're really beeping me.
Wow.
I know, right?
We learned a lot. Sorry,
You
guys.
guys won't know.
No, yeah, it's a lot of fun. I have too much fun with this, and
I can't tell.
yeah, and the beeping one I've been wanting to do for a while because you could just go crazy, but yeah,
We'll leave it to me to be sitting in the hot seat and beat me
yeah,
out.
yeah,
But in all seriousness, I love my job. I do a lot of community engagement as well. There's a lot of people I meet in the community, and that's one of my favorite things is the relationships that I get to
yeah.
build. And I'm grateful for you guys because they're relationships that I've made where they're people that are in need.
Mm,
And whether that's through meeting families, through cops connecting with kids, or
mm,
911 Gives Hope, or from church. When I know there's a need and they don't specifically say, hey, I need this, but I know they do,
yeah.
I know that I can always reach out to you and see if you guys can help this family out, and you always come through with that. So I'm really, really grateful for our relationship.
No, no. I mean, we're happy to help. And for those that don't know, so Taylor was kind of the first person that we called, and you got us connected. Actually, you're the reason why we have a lockbox program.
Yeah.
So really, really cool. So we got Evansville and Henderson, and I'm working on Owensboro and Madisonville. But yeah, just like, because you guys see needs that we don't see. And for
Right.
those that don't know, so we have a first responder lockbox program at Evansville and Henderson. There's a specific box with a key that you guys, any officer within EPD has the code,
Mm-hmm.
and they can come in anytime and get resources. Like Taylor said, there's interactions that cops have, and you shared some stories that a few years ago they went into a house and they went and bought mattresses
Yeah.
for families. That's expensive, and that's something that you guys have to pay for out of your own pocket.
Right.
Because you guys, you're government, you only have so many funds allocated. But yeah, so we're always happy to help and to strengthen that partnership, but not only just for disasters, but you guys travel
Yeah.
the whole city. So, giving kids, new shoes, clothing, and just, we just want to be essentially a resource hub for you guys to strengthen what you're already doing.
Yeah. And something as small as socks. Like I know one of our officers came and just got socks because they ran into somebody who was unhoused and all they wanted was socks. And,
That's
I've done the 48 Hours Homeless project twice through Aurora. And the smallest things can mean so much to somebody who has so little. And so by them just coming to get like fresh socks and underwear, like that was big for somebody.
Yeah.
And to be able to, yeah, that's something we can go pay for out of our pockets at Walmart. But to know that we have a building that's full of supplies that we could use is really, really, we're just grateful for that.
Yeah, and then any officers that are watching this, get with Taylor. She has the lockbox code. But yeah, it's free. It's on the west side of Evansville, or you can come to the Henderson place. But yeah, it's got socks, underwear, clothing, toys. It's got, literally anything. We got bedding in there now too. So we did get bedding, and there is towels. So that's something we're progressively always trying with all of our kids centers is to get more and more resources, because literally not just for you guys, but I feel like the needs are, like some person needs socks, which is like a huge ad, but then some person needs like a heater because we're going into wintertime. So,
well, I know at Christmas last year, I think I was able to come in and be able to, knew some parents that were just down on their luck. I mean, the holidays, bills get expensive.
absolutely.
And so I think I came for like 3 or 4 families and was able to provide multiple gifts for Christmas
That's awesome.
and wrap them for the families. And they were just, just grateful.
Yeah.
And I'm just the vessel. Like, it's not me. I just know people like you and for good. And to be able to do that, it rewards me as well.
Yeah.
So I'm just really grateful.
No. And then, yeah. So so now I want to know like why you do what you do. So like why, obviously you're a bossy bulldog.
Yeah,
Went
go
to
dogs.
USI. Yeah. Go dogs.
Go Eagles.
I'm from Mount Vernon. So I'm a wildcat, which there's nothing like, meow.
I wouldn't want to take you to the dog fight.
Yeah, no, I would lose. And then I did go to University of USI, and so I do my Skriegel.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make that sound because I don't know how to.
I know it's like this motion. This is what our chief
is
does
it?
for the Skriegels. Yeah.
Is he also a Skriegel?
Yeah.
He's a fellow Skriegel.
Yeah, and I believe Sheriff Robinson is as well.
Oh, shout out to Chief Smith and Sheriff
Robinson,
Robinson.
yeah.
Skriegel up.
Yeah. Bird gang.
Yeah. That's awesome. So you were in high school, you knew, because you said you went to get a criminal. So did you always knew you wanted to be an officer?
So growing up, everybody asks me this question, why did you want to be a police officer? And I don't have a really good answer. The only thing I can think of is that every Saturday night, my mom and I would watch Cops and America's Most Wanted.
That's amazing.
We would walk down to the gas station, get a soda and a bag of chips, and then just watch Cops and America's Most Wanted. And I really think that's what stuck with me. That's what held my interest from a very young age. And so, when you get in like junior, senior year of high school,
the pressure.
Yeah. And I was in athletics. So they always did, in the fall, they would do senior night and they would bring you and your family out and announce, like, this is Taylor Merris. She wants to go to this college. She wants to major in this degree. I didn't know, but I didn't want to go in and be like, oh, I'm undecided. Like, I knew I needed to have a plan.
Yeah. An avenue to somewhat go.
So I just went with criminal justice. And then, so I just stuck with it through college and did some ride-alongs in college. I worked at a couple golf courses as well. Really loved golf. And now I help coach Bossy's golf team too. So
that's awesome.
It's fun to be able to, it's fun to be able to give back to the school that gave me a lot. But stuck with it, got a degree in criminal justice and sociology, graduated in 2014, and then came on the police department in 2015.
Okay.
Yeah, so it all came down to what I was watching on TV when I was like 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's it's funny. I actually, as a kid, wanted to be a cop.
Mm-hmm.
Not because just I thought the uniforms looked cool.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a pretty uniform.
I get it. I agree. Good news there.
Yeah.
There's something. So as I said, I like to steal from other agencies.
Yeah.
There's an agency in Nebraska that every Halloween season, they invite kids that dress up as police officers to come to an event.
Oh, that's
and they
really
get
neat.
sworn in as a kid, for the
my
day.
Gosh, yeah.
And so I'm really thinking in 2026 that might be something that I do as part of my strategic plan that I'm going to put together, because you got to start young. We can't just recruit at 21 when you can become a police officer. We have to start young. So encouraging them to continue in that mindset of like, I want to dress up as a police officer in real life.
Yeah. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I feel like that would really build a lot of community
I think so too.
engagement. Yeah, because I would have been one of those kids. It's funny, like I wanted to be a cop, but I was also terrified of cops.
You should be, yeah.
Yeah, I was. So I don't know if in Mount Vernon they did like patrols, like they just drive down neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys, I don't know what they're called, like just checks or
like neighborhood checks. Yeah.
So every time I saw a car, because I love to play army men, so I'd be outside with fake guns. And so I saw
on the ground.
So as soon as I see a cop car, I went and hid. I was like, then I'd come out, but I don't know why. I wasn't a bad kid. But I remember watching Cops. So I was like, oh no, I'm going to be the guy on Cops.
Well, and something that we as officers, and I think I speak for the majority of officers, we hate more than anything when we walk into, let's say, the grocery store and there's a parent that says to their kid, you better act right or they're going to arrest you. We hate that. And that's a strong word. I get that.
Yeah.
But all that does is put fear that we're bad people.
And a stigma at a young age.
Yeah.
Like they're
and so
fear you.
You'll hear a lot of police officers in response say, no, that kid's too adorable to arrest, or, don't put, because they're not listening to you as a parent, don't put that on us to be the bad person that we're going to take you away. So something to kind of think about too, if you're listening and you've said those things, because my parents were probably guilty. I was probably guilty, when I was younger. But knowing the good work that we do and how much we do give back to our community and how much we love the kids in our community, like hearing that, it really makes us feel like, man, is that what you want your kid to really think of us as they mature and get older? Is that we're just going to take you away from your family?
Yeah, because I feel like, because you guys do, I think that's with every officer in any across the state is like, I was kind of blind to a lot of that until we started working more together is, like a lot of people think all they do is arrest. It's like, you guys are like there, like you are for the community. Like, arrest is something you have to do if someone's doing something illegally, but you guys are there for the community to ask questions, to engage. And, and I think if more people understood, like you guys are advocates for the people.
Yeah.
And
we have so many police officers that do so many great things. And one of the hardest parts of my job is finding those great things out because they don't necessarily want people to know. They do their job. They make arrests if they have to. But if there's an opportunity to where they can do something good, they're going to do it. and they don't want any kind of like highlight or spotlight for that. They don't want that shared on social media.
Yeah.
Which is why it never gets back to me, because I will post it on social media. But we're human too. We have a job to do. Absolutely. And that comes first. But we also have human emotions and feelings, and we see things where we want to help. And our officers are great at that. It's just not highlighted as much because they just keep that to themselves. And if that's what they want to do, that's perfectly fine. But just know we do have officers doing a lot behind the scenes as well.
Yeah, no, and I do love when you post pictures like when they're playing basketball or just, helping someone in the community that needs help, because I think that's a huge, because you guys are, and I will always say it again, we will always do what we can. That's why we did the lockbox. We want to elevate you guys, help you guys, and, really push what your guys are trying to do, which is bring the community together, bring that engagement, because if they don't fear you, like because kids are honest.
They are.
And if kids don't fear you, they could help you, like, hey, I'm struggling with this. I need help. And I think a lot of people don't know, like, you guys are like incredible at what you do. Like, it's not. And
it's the small things. Like, the supervisor of our school resource unit, she reached out to me, and apparently there was a girl that was a junior or senior in high school, and she wrote in the yearbook something along the lines of, "I'm thankful for Officer Betts because he helped me get through school." And that's not an officer's job to do that, but she felt compelled that whatever he had done to help her, maybe just positivity or whatever it was, helped her graduate.
Absolutely.
And those are things that whenever you take the oath, get your badge, like, you don't realize that's going to be a part of your job. And depending upon, which unit you're a part of, that might be more or less, but there's a lot that goes behind the scenes of what our officers are doing, and it's just phenomenal. It really is.
Yeah, and I think it makes your job easier, because then you can capture it and, just, public information, let people know, like, hey, this is what we're doing. It's not all about arresting people, even though the show Cops is amazing when they do make arrests.
I know. And I just gave a presentation in Denver about this, and it was actually kind of formed off of the show Cops. A lot of people, that's the only lens that, especially growing up in the 90s, like the first episode was 1989. And
oh, wow, really?
Yeah. And that was the only lens that a lot of people really got to see into law enforcement. Whereas now we have all these social media outlets, more involved in the community. And so by being able to share with them what we're doing, it's a huge part of social media. But for 2026, I do a ton of like our community engagement. So I take a lot of pictures at those events. So that's what a lot of people see on our social media. But for 2026, I need to be doing more of, what are our patrol officers doing? What are our narcotics officers doing? That fun cops type stuff. And make it kind of even on our social media platforms, because right now a lot of people see the cuddly kind, but also I need to be highlighting what those people are doing too. So in 2026, if you follow our Facebook and other social media channels, you'll be seeing some of that as well.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love, so so a friend of mine is an officer, Turpin. Anyways, so I don't know where he's at now, but I always tell him, it's like, oh my gosh, if you ever pull me over, I will play the Bad Boy song as you walk up to my car. I said, it'll be the funnest traffic stop you've ever been. I said, I will be 100% compliant, but I said, I can't help myself. Like, I will.
See, that's good content. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, that would be so good for social media. Like, pull the body camera footage. Like, could you imagine?
Oh yeah, Phil. So don't pull me over. I guess I'm setting myself up to get pulled over a lot. You don't know what car I drive.
Yeah. What if it's not him and you're just playing the music?
Yeah. Oh man.
Be careful.
Yeah, I know. But there, along with that, so there is, you got, if anyone knows Belinda Jackson, she was.
Yep.
So she goes to my church.
Yeah.
Anyways, we were at a small group. Anyway, so she goes everywhere downtown. She was Evansville's downtown face of the month.
I saw that.
Anyways, I pester her like nobody's business. And a couple years.
I bet she gives it right back.
Oh yeah, she does.
I don't think she knows me, but I know her whenever I see her.
Oh my gosh. So it was at night, and she rides her power chair. So she's handicapped. She's in her power chair. And it's at night. So me and my wife like, hey, we'll follow you home to make sure you get home. 'Cause she lived a couple blocks downtown away. Anyways, she goes really fast in that chair.
Yeah, she does.
So I played the Bad Boy songs behind her. I was like, hey, slow down. And that thing's fast.
You're speeding.
Yeah. So she's like, will you be quiet? I was like, I'm just making
She
sure.
probably didn't want you to follow her anyway, and there you are pestering her as you're following her.
Yeah. So for that moment, I was like, man, I should have been a cop because
There's still time.
Yeah, no.
There's still time.
I am way out of shape.
So we take applications, shameless plug, from 21 years old to 39 years old.
Wow.
Yep.
To 39?
Yep. We increased it. I'm probably going to be off on this number, maybe 5-6 years ago.
Really?
Yep. So from 21 to 39. And we take tattoos was something we wouldn't accept, like if it was past
really?
So now we take tattoos as well.
So
facial hair.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah.
So I could have a tattoo sleeve and facial hair and still make it.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've made some changes. If you did have tattoos in the past, you had to wear a long sleeve uniform year round.
Oh my.
But that's something that makes people more personable too.
Yeah.
I have a really weird tattoo on my shin. I say it's weird because there's a backstory. And if you don't know the backstory,
on your shin?
My shin. Yeah. So the backstory is my dad and I growing up, apparently a lot of my memories involve TV shows, but growing up, we always watched X-Files and ate Oreos. And so my tattoo, it's really vibrant in color, and it's a tattoo of a UFO sucking up an Oreo. And so it's a memory that my dad and I have. And so,
okay.
But when people see that, if I'm outside a uniform, they always like look at it and they're like, you have a tattoo? Like, especially if it's kids, they're like, oh my gosh, you have tattoo. It's almost like, I'm a human then, like I have it, like I don't just wear this and then, pristine, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'm a human. I have tattoos. So
you see it sucking up an Oreo. You're like, oh, that's a different tattoo.
Yeah. I get a lot of questions about it. Like, is that, what is that?
Yeah. They're like, did you have a trip in college or something?
Yeah. Yeah. No. So a good memory behind that.
So, so on your shin, like how, so no, this is where my ADHD is going to come in. So that had to hurt.
It did. Yeah.
So why the shin? Because that's just a unique place. Like
it is a unique place. And I look back, I got it 4 years around COVID.
We'll just blame it on COVID.
That's just where I wanted it at the time.
Shin. Yeah, that's just a unique, like, that's just like.
Because I have 4 and the other 3 are hidden. And that one's just blatant. Like, look at me.
Look at the Oreo.
I love Oreos, though. They're so good. They should sponsor me.
Yeah, apparently UFOs.
Well, the UFOs I could do without. It's more about the Oreo than anything.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, but whenever people see officers with tattoos, it also inspires questions and opportunity to get to know that officer. Like, hey, what's that tattoo about? Or
because they all have a story, like your shin Oreo tat.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we've made some changes in regards to recruitment, and just looking forward to see who that brings in too. We're running about 20 low. We're allowed to have 289 police officers.
289.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sworn. And so we do recruiting 24/7. We take applications 24/7. We have 5 hiring processes throughout the year. Whereas if you look back 10, 15 years ago, there were only 1 or 2 every year or 2 years. So it's changed a lot. There's a lot more opportunity if you want to be a police officer now than there was then, just by all the different opportunities you have to go through the hiring process.
Yeah. Now, when you get, so this is something you can probably leave. Oh my gosh, I'm not the word.
I don't know what you're trying to explain.
I don't even know either. We'll just beep it.
Talk around it.
So once you do your application, say you go through, you have to go to an academy, right?
Yeah.
So what does that process entail?
Yeah. So whenever you turn in your application, which we have applications, we'll have another hiring process in the middle of November. But once you turn in your application, then you have to do the physical exam.
Okay.
Which is, it's not extremely difficult by any means. It's the same for women and men. It's set by the state. And so it's like a 300-meter run in 72 seconds, a 1.5-mile run in 16 minutes and some change, a 16-inch vertical jump, 25 push-ups, no time, 29 sit-ups within 1 minute. And I think that's it. I think that's it.
That's pretty doable.
Yeah, so it's not extremely difficult. And like I said, that's set by the state. So that's pass or fail. If you fail that, you're more than welcome to come back to the next hiring process. You can just use that as a test. So if you fail it, you can continue coming on until you get it. I mean, there's
Oh,
some things where, somebody might need just a little extra encouragement. They know now I need to work on my push-ups. Push-ups are very difficult for females, as well as the vertical jump.
do you guys have to like? Because I know sometimes like I know in high school like they would sometimes let females like where you could use your knees, but you have to be the full.
Yep.
It's both for male and female. You have to do the full push.
Yeah, there are strict rules on how you do the different exercises, and like I said, that's set by the state. So,
okay.
If somebody were to say, "Well, she only got on it because of this," no, it's across the board, and that alleviates that. And so, once you pass the physical, then you have a written exam, and that's also you have to get at least 80% to continue on, and then you have an interview process, and then another interview, and a small written exam as well in there. So it's not that difficult, and it's streamlined much quicker than it used to be.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So let's say that somebody were to put themselves in the hiring process for this November. If they once all their scores are tallied after all those few different things I mentioned, if their score is above others that have completed it throughout the year, they could go to the top of the list for a January hiring, potentially, if it's not full already. If the January class is already full, then you'd have to go to the July. So we have a January academy and then a July academy.
Okay.
And what's great is that it's here in Evansville.
Oh.
Yeah. It's in the basement of the C.K. Newsom Center. And so it's called Southwest Indiana Law Enforcement Academy.
Okay.
The main police academy is in Plainfield, Indiana. And so it's really nice that you don't have to travel up there. Because many years ago, some of our officers that have been on some time had to go there and stay the whole week. And they had to come back home on the weekends and then drive back up there for 16 weeks.
16 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And so it's here in Evansville, it's nice because it's smaller. There's about roughly 30 students in a class. And you just get to know EPD as well as surrounding agencies in the state come to it as well. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really, really nice that it's here locally because like let's say you have kids or dogs, you don't have to do all that traveling. And so you're already going to be put on seconds or thirds whenever you get on.
Yeah.
So knowing that you at least get the academy here and can come home, work Monday through Friday, 8 to 4 for those few months, that's at least, nice.
It's a benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So yeah, anyone that's interested, definitely. And then, so where would they go to get an application?
If you go to evansvillepolice.com, there's a couple spots on there that shows information about what you have to pass.
Okay.
Part of the hiring process, and then the application is on there as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. 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 So our videographer
might
leave us. Yeah. And you get his cameras.
Yes. You could help me so much.
No, you can't have
this
them.
I'm learning.
You can't have
I'm
them.
trying to learn.
Yeah.
Like this would be great.
Yeah, you can't have them. Sorry.
Good quality products too.
Yeah, well, I think it's one of those things. If it's going to last a long time, and the quality, especially when you're talking to people, you want to make sure you got the right equipment.
Yeah.
And so yeah,
communication's important, and being able to be transparent. That's a huge thing for the Evansville Police Department. Transparency is huge. Even if we do something wrong, we're going to admit that because the city that we serve needs to know that.
it builds that trust.
Right. We don't brush things under the rug. We're gonna share that, and when we do things great, we're gonna share that as well.
Yeah. No, that's what I really like about you and the police department is with any department. I've got to know you, and when I first met with you, I met with Chief Smith, and then I've got to meet the Sheriff Robinson and Lieutenant Rowe, and then I've got to meet Chief Bolin here in Henderson. You guys are all you guys are so nice. And I think people don't understand, you guys are so nice, you're so transparent, and you just want to help the community like we want to help the community. And I think that's what's so refreshing is I think there's, you guys want to see how a nonprofit wants to serve, we want to help people. You guys have all of you have the exact same mentality as we want to help people too. And I think that's the most important thing. It's not about just arresting the bad guys. It's you want to see your community thrive. And I guess people, sometimes don't realize that. It's you guys truly have a heart. You wouldn't do what you do if you didn't have a heart to help people.
Paycheck. It has gotten better. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, we do this because we want to serve.
Yeah.
And serving isn't just arresting. Serving isn't just, giving a child a stern talking to whenever it does something wrong. And serving is an all-encompassing word, and serving your community can be in the form of giving socks to somebody in need.
Yeah.
Even if that doesn't really align with what a police officer is supposed to be doing, or, there's no written guideline on how to do this job. Everybody kind of takes their own avenue.
Yeah.
Like, I could never be on SWAT. Like, I think it's cool. All the great things they get to do is amazing. But
once you see the movie SWAT with Colin Farrell, you're like, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, they do really great things. But that's not my avenue, and that's okay too. And but being able, I'm looking forward to 2026 and highlighting some of the great things that they do.
That's awesome.
And so just sharing that with the community, because that's important. It's an all-encompassing job, and which avenue you choose to go down, it's important to somebody.
Yeah. No, and I think, and I would like to watch the SWAT videos, even like the training, like who doesn't love to see a good door kick in? Like, I think that's really cool.
Yeah. Definitely more of that in the future. I've never done a strategic plan for myself, and it's not something that was really asked of me to do, but just kind of hearing some things that I hear, like we just surpassed 100,000 followers on Facebook.
That's incredible.
And so that's really exciting.
Yeah.
But when I think about algorithms and numbers and analytics, it's not so much like how many more numbers can we get. It's what's the content we're providing. What do people want to hear internally? What are our officers saying needs to be on our social media? Yeah. And so, just we just did a video on like analytics and like our data analysts and crime analysts.
Oh, wow.
And those are people, we have 4. Those are people that don't often get a lot of recognition. They do within their units, but did people know that we have 4 analysts on our department and what they do? Yeah. So just sharing information like that.
Yeah, highlighting kind of the behind the scenes of what truly goes, because there is a lot that goes into a department. Mm-hmm. Well, is there anything you want to add to anything? Another maybe plug about the apply? We're
always hiring. You can reach out to me if you have any questions about anything. And again, just really grateful for the relationship that we have with you guys and how that benefits us. Like I said, we're just the vessel. You guys provide it. We're the vessel to get it to where it needs. And so just there are people in our community that we're able to serve better because of you. So just really grateful for that.
Oh, yeah. Well, anytime. And any officers that haven't heard of our lockbox, I can give a tour. I know Taylor can give a tour. Like, I can give a tour to all 200 of you. Like, we want to be able to equip you guys to serve more. Like, even when the summertime, like I know I met with the sheriff, like, you can like put like a little box in your trunk of socks, keep that way. You don't have to go back and forth to the center, but like, cause you guys never know where you're going to go.
Right.
And we just want to make sure that you guys have exactly what you need when you need it, because we're entrusted with these resources and we trust you,
right?
Because you're out there, you're in the field. So yeah. And then obviously if you want to be an officer, apply. And guys, have a lot of fun. You can play the Bad Boys theme song, and
you can pull Kyle over.
Yeah, you can pull me over. Yeah,
it'll be fun. It sounds like.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
And then I'll use the content.
Yes, I can be TikTok famous.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Taylor, for coming on, and then I look forward to seeing how we can serve more together and all the cool body cam footage.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Taylor. If you guys want to sponsor these videos, please, it helps fund the nonprofit. And then obviously, it helps the police department, and please share this video, like this video, because I think this is a lot of good information people don't realize that the police department does. And so, please share it. And if you want to be an officer, please apply. Yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.